All right, so again, YouTube is on 2020 Algebra Chapter 5. I forgot the Algebra 1, but Algebra Chapter ALG Chapter 5, or shoot, no, Chapter 4. My bad. I'm in two different chapters right now. Okay, so look at number 5. We have this equation given to us. So what's the equation for the goddess equation? What's the goddess equation? Yes, y equals mx plus b. So right away, I want to write that underneath it. Y equals mx plus b, right? That is our goddess equation. Everyone needs to write that down on your paper, okay? Write it down underneath that equation, okay? Now, underneath your graph, we're going to start it out, okay? We're going to start out, first of all, with y equals negative 3/2 x minus 4. And then we're going to put our line, because remember, this is a 2-column proof. What is this? This is our first step. What is this step? Anyone remember? What is this step? If they give this to you, what do you write?
Definition of y equals.
That's the next step. What?
Given.
Who said given? There you go. Given. If they give it to you, it's given. So they gave us this equation, so that is given. Now the next step is definition of y equals mx plus b. Now how are we going to come up with it? We're going to say m, right? So we're going to say m is equal to negative 3 over 2 or 3 over negative 2, okay? Because one of them has to be negative, not both. The negative out in front doesn't help us. So we want to look at both. And I'm going to write the second one in blue so we can see how both of them can be graphed, okay? And then we got to write the b, right? And what's b? So that is your m. M is right here, right? And then what's your b? Yeah, your b is the sign includes, right? The sign goes with it. So b is equal to negative 4. And what do you need to graph any linear equation? What two things you need?
Y slope.
You need
Slope.
slope, which is m, right? Slope, which is m, and
U.
m and
U.
not u.
Run. And oppose it.
Slope and b, y-intercept, right? So you need slope and you need b. You need m and b, okay? So we need m and b. What are these? You can list it. This is slope, rise, over run, slope, right? And then the other one is what? B is the y-intercept, okay? Or what we like to call the starting point. Okay? The starting point. So I have my b and I have my m. So where's b on here? Negative 4. How do I plot that?
Down.
Yeah. So this is your y-axis. We go down from the here down 1, 2, 3, 4. That is negative 4.
So what made you tag me in the first?
Okay. So put in your dot right there at negative 4. Okay. And then what? From that point, where are we going? Oh, by the way, what is this? What allowed us to get this? This is part 2.
Thing I said earlier.
Yes, it's the thing you said earlier.
The definition of y equals mx plus b.
The definition of y equals mx plus b. This is the key. Okay? This is everything. Write it down. Make sure you write it down, Toonie. Everything I write down, I want you to write down. When I plot it, I want you to plot it. Now, the reason I do this in two different colors is if I want to go down, and then, so what I want to look at is like the understanding of slope, right? So the definition of slope, let's look at as black. So step 3 is plot y intercept. Okay? And that is B. Okay? And what we're doing is we're doing the definition of the y-intercept. Okay? So plotting it is the definition of plotting the y-intercept. And that is step 3. So then this step is when we graph this. Okay? So we're going to plot it. The next step is, where's my brown? Come on. I lost it. No, let's go with, I'll just go to blue. Step 4, right? So we're going to talk about, so step 3 was simple. It was just plot b equals -4, right? And then step 4 is when we're going to do the slope. And the slope is really important. So we're going to talk about slope. We're going to talk about rise, run, right? Which is -3 equals down 3, right? And 2 equals right 2, okay? So the top is up or down. The bottom is left or right. Question?
What?
Question? No? Okay. So the top is up or down. The bottom is left to right. Okay? So a lot of times what I do with slope is m equals this arrow of up and down over this arrow of left and right. That's how I like to write it on my cheat sheet. Okay? This helps me. It might not help you, but it helps me. So what I can do now is I can go from this point and I can go down 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And then I go right 2. So when we go right 2, we're going 1, 2. We make that point. Okay? And that is the definition of plot the slope. Okay? Which equals m. Alright? But we have 2 possible slopes. We always have 2 possible slopes. Okay? And in this case, we also have 3 over -2, right? So +3 on the top means up. That means up 3. And the bottom means left. If it's negative on the bottom, we're going to go left 2. And you'll notice we go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and left 2, 1, 2. And you'll notice that that line is a linear line that goes through those 3 points. We go through this point that's green. We go through this point that's red. We go through this point that's blue. Okay? And the better your graph is, the more straight that line's going to look. Does that make sense? Okay? But that's how you do it. Yes, ma'am. Want it? All right. Just got to get you. Let's sit down. Grab some pins. We're working on We're about to do
So
6.
she's feeling
Alright, here we go.
Huh?
Said you're feeling it?
No, not yet.
Alright, so the next one. Close, help me out. We got,
Q.
what's the goddess equation?
Q. M equals Y equals Mx plus B.
Perfect. Y equals mx plus b. Very good. So, how do we write that? I'm going to write it over here. I'm going to write this one here because we took up all this space, right? So I'm going to write it in here and try to get it in close quarters. So the first step was what?
Q.
The first step is
Given.
given. Good job. Y equals negative 4 over 3. Sorry about that. X plus 5. And that's given. Good. All right, what do we do from there? What's the second step? Second step,
Slope.
slope and
Starting.
the starting point, or y-intercept, right? So M and B. M and B. That's really what you need. Two things. You need M and B. So let's start with M in green. What is M? Anybody? Somebody? One buddy? What's M? Negative 4 over 3. Good job. So step 2. M equals negative 4 over 3. Somebody else tell me what M is, but in a different way. Instead of negative 4 over 3,
Over negative 3.
4 over negative 3. Good. So instead of negative 4 over 3, we're going to have 4 over negative 3. See how condensed this can be? It doesn't have to be all of this, right? We can condense it. That's what we do as mathematicians, is we write it smaller and smaller and smaller, and with less and less and less information. But pretty soon only we understand it. Non-mathematicians don't understand it because it's a whole nother language, right? All it is letters and symbols. Okay? So, what is my B? We're going to write that in red. What is my B? Anybody? One buddy? Somebody? 5. Good. Yeah, B equals 5. Okay, what do we write for step 2?
Let's see.
Definition of Y equals Mx plus B.
There you go. Definition of Y equals mx plus b. Okay? What do we do now? We got to start somewhere, right? What's your starting point? Huh? Y, good. Y-intercept, good. Yeah, your step 3 is B equals 5. Plot. Y, definition of what?
Check.
Y,
Huh?
intercept, right? So how do we plot 5 on the number line? Where's 5? Is it up 5, right 5, left 5, down 5?
Right 5.
Eh.
Up 5.
What is it? Yeah. Remember, when we're talking about Y, we're talking about the Y-axis. If it's positive 5, we're talking about up. So we're going up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right, Latoya? Latoya. Hey, young lady. We gotta work. We're not in here to play on our computer. We're in here to work. Okay? Let's go. Plot it. 5 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's nice to write the number next to it. I only like to write the numbers that are important. Alright? The numbers I'm plotting. Does that make sense? Okay? Now, where am I going from this? Step 4.
Rise and run.
Yeah, rise and run. So step 4 is up or down, left or right, right? So let's talk about the first M. The first M is equal to -4/3. What does that mean? Is -4 up or down? Down. So it's down 4. So we go here and we come down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn that phone off, whoever has it on. We're going to go down 4. Okay? Alright, now the bottom goes right or left. It's a +3. So it's right or it's left. Positive. What's positive?
Right.
Right. When it's right or left, it's going to be right. If it's up or down, it's going to be up. Okay? But up and down is on the top. Right or left is on the bottom. Okay? So, it's going to be right 3. So I'm going to go from here, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. It's right there. Okay? Now, if I want, I can do this. Right? Put these, the grid in, if I want, so I can see where I'm going. But that's it, right? That's the green part. What about the blue part? What's the other M?
4/-3.
There you go, 4/-3. So where do I start? At the red, right? At the starting point, at y-intercept. I start always at the y-intercept, and then I'm going to go up or down. At +4 is on the top. Up 4, good. Up 4. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to go -3. Is that left or right? Left. So I'm going to go left 3. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. There we go. 1, 2, sorry. So 1, 2, 3. Now again, if you want your
That guy.
lines to understand where you are going, that's fine with me. Okay? And then once it's in, you put in your line, and it should go right through. Oop. Okay.
Kobe.
Oh,
Off the wall.
not Kobe, Jesse. All right. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Right?
Okay.
I got nervous. I didn't want to hit Latoya. I was like, oh no.
But you're just bad.
All right, yeah, and I'm bad. I know I'm bad. I know it. I know it. All right, good.